permission to see all the movies that you missed. Well, you definitely got some good ones here. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I think this was one of the greatest movies ever. It's about this little boy who finds an alien. It's like hiding in was it his bedroom or his sister's bedroom? Or maybe he found the alien outside and he hid it in the bedroom. Yeah, I think that's it. So long ago. Well, whatever. He takes care of this alien and he helps the alien to get back home to the country or the planet that he came from. So yeah, he and this alien whose name is E.T., they become like this, okay? Like besties. But then he has to let E.T. go back home. And that's the story. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought everyone knew that. Oh, that's right, you never saw. You know what? Knowing what happens makes it easier. You won't have to pay attention. Okay, you got here Annie. I haven't thought about that in decades. Annie. Well, there's this little orphan girl. She lives in like an orphanage. And then there's like a super duper rich guy. Daddy Warbucks, that's his name. I don't know if that's his like real name. I don't think so. That's a weird name. Anyway, he wants to adopt some, little orphan just to make things look good for him, like politically or whatever. So yeah, he adopts her, but then she gets kidnapped by like the orphanage owner or the orphanage worker because she wants to get money and whatever. Like, I can't remember the rest, to be honest with you. So that one will be a surprise for you. Okay. Okay, When Harry Met Sally. Ooh, love it. I am loving that for you. You look like the type who will love that movie. It's about these two people who just graduated from college in Chicago. And so they're both headed to New York. So they ride together, just to save on, expenses, whatever. One of them has a car, one of them doesn't, And so it's a long drive and they kind of get to know each other. And they kind of have a little bit of a bond, but they're like opposites, So, they get to New York and they go their separate ways, but they just keep running into each other over the years, and they have this like ongoing like thing where the guy says, guys and girls can never be friends. You never saw